So let's talk about the actual solutions to the vocations crisis. In the previous 5 videos, I addressed some of the common suggestions that are given to the vocation crisis, giving a priest more and more parishes, relying upon retired priests, priests from other dioceses or countries, married priests, even the ordination of women. Well, all of these quick fixes ultimately will fail because each one requires either God or the church or somebody else to change to my own will. And even if these were actual solutions, it would fail because we can't actually make somebody else change. And so we'd be powerless to make this happen. But the actual solutions, which tend to be more difficult, are so because they require us to change. But the good news in that is that that's the only person we can change. We can only change ourselves, and certainly with God's assistance. So this is good news, that the real solutions to vocations require my own conversion, and that means I can do something about it. I'm not powerless in this. I can do something to make this happen. And so what are these kinds of things that we can do to affect vocations? Well, we've talked about praying for vocations. That certainly is the case, but we need more than that. We must teach our children and our grandchildren to seek their call. So often we can focus on asking, what do you want to do with your life? Or maybe, I want my child to follow in my footsteps. I have certain expectations of what I want them to do. But instead, what we should be teaching them is to listen to God. Jesus, what do you want me to do? That was instrumental in me beginning to listen to my call and hear my vocation to the priesthood. Secondly, families need to be teaching sacrificial love, both by word and by deed. And this is especially true with regard to men and dads. You need to be spiritual fathers to your children. You can't be absent from the life of faith. They need to see you praying and learn to pray from you. That way they can learn who God the Father is from your witness. We need to talk about the faith in our homes, to live out the beauty and the goodness of the way God has created us, and to be able to show them what real love is all about, as opposed to all the distorted views in our world today. And when we have families doing this, then our parishes can become missional parishes, as I talked about before in previous videos. So go back to those previous videos that I gave on the Archdiocesan Vision, One Church, Encountering Jesus, Equipping Disciples, Living Mercy, and think through, have I personally been living that out? How have I sought to share Jesus in my family, in my parish, in the community? Because vocations to the priesthood as well as to religious life, they grow out of Catholic families and Catholic parishes.